The way I ate this book up, that's cool for you, whatever. I loved it. Like, if she writes it, I read it. Forest Rot vibes. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa. I am the reclusive reader, and today we are going to be going over my top 10 books of 2025. We have finally hit the end of the year, and there's been a lot of different types of reads, but I think I finally narrowed it down to the top 10. So I feel like these are pretty solid. I feel like I've thought about it. I really worked on it because I always have, like, you know, my favorite from each month, which I might go over in a different video, because I think I'm gonna do like going over my favorite reads of each month and then going over what I'm like excited for in 2026, because I have some really excited anticipated reads. Yeah, stay tuned for that video, probably coming next week. But before I dive into the top 10 books, I'm going to be starting at number 10 and working my way down to number 1. I wanted to go over some honorable mentions. So I'm just going to be going all over these rapid fire. I'm just going to say the title. I'm going to put the cover up here. I'm going to say the title and the genre. Here we go. We have 𝓡𝓮𝓪𝓭𝓼 𝓕𝓻𝓸𝓶, which is a dark mafia romance. Then we have 𝓡𝓮𝓪𝓭𝓼, which is romantasy. We have �voyage of the damned, which is like fantasy, magical, little romance. It's nice. Bury Our Bones, which is vampire, like horror fantasy. And then we have Say You'll Remember Me, which is romance. Little Liar, which is dark romance. Share the Memoir Part 1, which is obviously a memoir. I cannot wait for Part 2. Binding 13. I just absolutely fell in love with Johnny and Shannon. Obviously, coming of age, like romance. Silver Cloak, fantasy, magical, like kind of like Harry Potter vibes. The Perfect Divorce, thriller mystery. You gotta read The Perfect Marriage first. Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising, romantasy, YA fantasy. And then Our Infinite Fates, which is romantasy. So those are my honorable mentions so far. The year is yet to be over, though. That's why I just read 𝓡𝓮𝓪𝓭𝓼 𝓕𝓻𝓸𝓶. I feel like if I could read that series in 2025, it'd probably be one of my favorite series. So without further ado, let's dive in. Coming in at number 10, we have Long Live the King by Lexi Black. This is rock star romance. Tyler and Eric's chemistry were literally everything as a girl who grew up going to concerts and like really enjoying music, and I'm still into music and like collect vinyl. This was so far up my alley. When I saw it, I knew I had to read it, and I fell in love with it. I had originally, I think, gave the physical, like I read the e-arc. I think I had originally gave it 4.5 stars, 4.5, just because I felt like at the time it was like his backstory got a little lengthy. But when I did the audiobook, it had a dual narration, and oh my gosh, I ate it up. I devoured it. His story was like so much more impactful with having the male narration doing it. I just absolutely fell in love with them even more than I had already. So yeah, I feel like it gets described as like, if you're a fan of like the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, it's definitely like that type. Like, she ends up like shadowing him, and he's like a drummer in a band, and she ends up shadowing him to like write his memoir. So it is kind of like that vibes, but it's like so much more and so much deeper, and their chemistry is everything. The yearning in this is top tier. It's top tier. So yeah, so Long Live the King by Lexi Black. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Everybody needs to go check her out. This is her debut novel. I literally cannot believe I'm saying that, because it's seriously so good. So yeah, Long Live the King by Lexi Black. Coming in at number 9, coming in hot, is Crown of Iron by Crystal J. Johnson. Now, if you know me, this is not a surprise. I highly recommend this romantic series to literally everybody. It's a trilogy. This is book 1. And the way I ate this book up, I left no crumbs. I left no crumbs, girl. Like, it was so good. You're following Rael, who is like heir to the throne and stuff, and like the enemy like has her dad, so she's like trying to like get it back. But obviously if you're like an heir, especially being a woman heir, like they kind of don't want you to like do that stuff. So it's definitely a journey. Definitely, if you love like badass female characters, like I feel like at the time I was like, thank God somebody's giving me a female main character that like is like badass again. Like I missed it. So I loved Rael so much. And then you got Chiron, the like, you know, main male character. I definitely, as the series went on, like fell in love with him so much more. The ending of this book actually gagged me about the twists that happened to him and stuff. Gagged me. I was choketh. So, and like I literally needed to dive into the next book immediately to figure out what happened. I think it's Crown of Feathers is the second book. So if you are a romantasy fan, badass female main character, I'm pretty sure he falls first. Yeah, he falls first. Like obviously you're in her mind, so like you kind of feel like she's like fallen, but he definitely falls first. The Crystal writes like the best main male characters. They're so like yearny and like they always fall first usually, and like yeah, I'm just always here for it and all of her main male characters. So if you haven't yet, you definitely need to check out Crystal J. Johnson. Her stuff is actually amazing. And yeah, Crown of Iron, romantasy, fantasy, enemies to lovers vibes. This series, the Crown trilogy. So we got Crown of Iron by Crystal J. Johnson, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Next up, I got this as an e-arc, and I was literally so excited when I got it. I read it so fast because I love Don't Let the Forest In. It is Hazel Thorne by C.G. Drews, coming in at number 8. I actually love this book. I got it, and like, I think I got like a sticker, yeah. Like a sticker with her assigned as like a pre-order incentive. And yeah, you're following Evander, and it's like he's in this house with this family, and he's told that like his parents died or something, and so he's being taken care of. I'm just going to call him the grandpa, you know. And he is growing up with Evander's growing up with this kid Lori, and they kind of like what Evander, now you're in Evander's mind, so like what Evander remembers is like they kind of like were picking on each other, like playing around, and like he literally thought Lori was like going to kill him, like bury him or something. And yeah, you find out that like that might not actually be true, you know. His memory might not be like, you know, accurate. First the grandpa's like, okay, you guys can't be around each other. Basically, it's like Evander like locked in this room, and Lori's like off in college and is like doesn't let them see each other. Well, then once like grandpa dies, obviously like there's nothing stopping and taking away. And Evander's like heir to the house and the mansion and the estate. Yeah, other family members come into play. He is kind of like, you're going through his like journey of like figuring out what's actually true, what's actually his reality. I definitely really enjoy CG Drew's YA horrors. I really like this. I love like the rotten garden vibes, rotten house vibes is giving, and I just love it. And how she writes it's just so good. I just like literally love it. It's perfectly spooky, and it totally gives me like the creepy gothic vibes I look for in a book. Yeah, I would totally recommend Hazel Thorne by C.G. Drews. It's kind of a hot mess, but I love me a good hot mess. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Next up, coming in at number 7, we have The Fallen and the Kiss of Dust by Carissa Broadbent. This is book 4 in the Crowns of Nyaxia series. It is book 2 in the Shadowborn duet. And the way Songbird and the Heart of Stone ended, this couldn't have picked up at a more satisfying spot. I actually love how Carissa just builds out her world so well, and really it's like kind of like hey, you might not be seeing this right now, but like kind of I'm going to put this in here like so you don't forget it. And the journey that Asar and Mish went on during this book was actually crazy, but I was here for it and addicted to the journey. I loved all of the cameos from characters from the Nightborn duet. That's always fun. I always love me some Rain Oriah. Yeah, so we're following Mish and Asar, after like, she dies, spoilers, and figuring out their journey of like survival, like, or something, or like, and like figuring out how to get her to like go away forever, and the underworld is like falling apart. So it's like, yeah, I love Carissa's and I love her stuff, but if I was like comparing them in order of this series, this obviously wasn't my favorite series, wasn't my favorite book. I feel like going down in the depths of hell can get very chaotic and messy, and my brain like cannot compute sometimes. Like kind of was like messy in the way of like the games gods play, if you're familiar with that. But other than that, I thought it was a great romantasy. I love Asar. I love getting Asar POV. I love in her second books you get the male POV. Yeah, so I love Carissa. I love her writing. I love her everything. I just love her. Met her twice now. So The Fallen and The Kiss of Dusk, I would highly, highly, highly recommend this series, especially if you're a romantasy lover. But you want good fantasy. You don't want like just smut or like just get the basic things. Like she keeps it unique. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Sorry. Coming in at number 6, their dark romance, we have Caught Up by Navessa Allen. Amazing edges. This was my first like motorcycle dark romance, and it did not disappoint to me. I feel like some people thought it was like wasn't their favorite. That's cool for you, whatever. Loved it. I love Nico so much, and Lo, like their tension. I love what she stood for. I love that she like stood for like sex workers and like advocating for them. Like that's what I feel like a lot of people don't see on that side. Like it's like a career. Like it cannot just be like nasty and grimy and stuff. Like it can actually be like good. Like it's okay if you do it like the right way. And I loved her like showing Nico that. Like I am not the biggest fan of second chance romances, and I have a habit of like not reading synopsises, so I went into this and it was a second chance, but it's okay because like I love Nico. I could kind of ignore it, and I was here for it. I was here for all the club scenes. I was here for it all. I was actually addicted to this. I think I literally read it in like a day or two. I like loved this book. I immediately had to go out and get it with the sprayed edges. Then I had to get lights out to match. So yeah, I really liked Caught Up by Navessa Allen. It definitely leaned more towards like the BDSM side of like the dark stuff vibes, but I was here for it. So yeah, Caught Up by Navessa Allen. If this sounds good to you, I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. Highly, 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 highly recommend. Next up, coming in at number 5, we have Shadow and Bone by Leah Bardugo. This was sitting on my shelf, and I was like in a slump at the beginning of the year, and I'm like, I need something that I won't be able to put down. This is it. This was it. This trilogy was like such an easy, fast paced. Literally, like I had filmed myself like screaming during these books because it's like so fast paced. I haven't watched the show yet. I need to watch the show. I'm like scared it's gonna be cringy though, because like of how things are with like the Darkling and stuff. But in my honorable mentions, I had Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising. It's like just to me like so iconic. Like Leah's one of my favorite authors, and the way that she can write women characters like blows me away, and like I'm always addicted to them, and I'm always feeling for them. Even like there were times where Alina like I'm like girl, but like her in the mouth and going back and forth in the series was like a lot, but I was here for it. Even though it was a lot, I was here for it. Yeah, if you like fantasy with like, there's no spice, but like henna, like maybe like romance, like I almost like feel like I consider some YA romantasy. Like, do we feel like that? Like, what do we feel like? Someone let me know. But anyway, so Shadow and Bone by Leah Bardugo, I highly, highly recommend this series, especially if you're a fantasy fan or like wanting to dip your toes in to see if you're gonna like it. this is where you should start. So Shadow and Bone by Leah Bardugo, 10 out of 10, would recommend. Coming in at number 4, we got Phantom by H.D. Carlton. I absolutely devour her books. H.D. is like seriously queen. If she writes it, I'll read it at this point. This was following Gigi and Ronaldo, like before Hunting and Haunting Adeline, like it's like their story, and I like ate it up. It's mafia. It's basically like mafia romance. It kind of really doesn't have anything. It doesn't even tie into the series. I mean, it's like zero, but it's like it doesn't lead up, because we know in the cat and mouse duet, like we know what happened and stuff like afterwards, but it's like finding out like the lead up and how they got together and like all that build up and stuff, and like being in Gigi's head. I absolutely love this book. Like I just loved it, ate it up. That like HD is just queen. Like if she writes it, I read it, like no doubt. And I know she's taking a little break right now because she just had a little baby. Congrats, girl. So Phantom by H.D. Carlton, like you have to read the cat and mouse duet. I guess you don't, but like you should. Going back and reading this makes it like powerful after reading it. So because you're just like, you kind of know what happens. And I don't know, maybe it would be interesting to read this first, and then you find out what happened, you're like, damn. So Phantom by H.D. Carlton, 10 out of 10, would recommend, would highly recommend. Now we're in the top 3. These books have changed my life emotionally, physically. I cried, I screamed, I stayed up all night reading. These are the books that did it for me this year. Coming in at number 3, Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. Book 2, After Binding 13. Coming in at book 2 of the Boys and Tommen series, After Binding 13. This book was action-packed. These books like actually healed something from my childhood. These 2 books, The Binding and Keeping 13. There is something about them that just I connected with instantly. I couldn't put it down. I was invested in Johnny and Shannon. You know, everybody goes through things growing up, and just being able to feel like you're being able to relate to someone going through something as well. It was like nice. It was just like kind of nice. It was like kind of like I was like really happy. It was literally healing reading these 2 books and going through it with Johnny and Shannon. I just felt for them all so much, and like how they all bickered with their friends, and their friends were just like Gibbsy, like so funny. Like, so yeah, I just really enjoyed all of the journey, and that's what these are. These like are like character driven book series, like for sure. Yeah, like I wouldn't consider them romance at all. They're heavy. Check trigger warnings. I am still reading the series right now. I have like, I know I'm irritated because I have temporary DNF redeeming 6, because I'm sorry, but as much as I adore them, I adore Aof and Joey from afar, I think. They're too much. This is too much. I feel like we've been going back and forth for like 3 books with them now. I want to just know what happens to him after this book. Like, I'm not even like at the end of this book in his series yet. Like, and I feel like I've been reading it forever. So if you like want to like read about young kids like kind of going through it and like kind of helping each other out in a way, and like, oh, it's just so good. I highly recommend Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. Definitely keep all things in mind and check your trigger warnings though. Coming in at number 2, a book that I literally was beat myself up because I'm like, girl, I can't believe you didn't read this sooner. One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. This book was amazing. I read it on my Kindle, and I even went through and tapped it, and I got the special editions because this duology was so good. It's more like character driven, and you have to like be into like the card magic system. If you don't like that and you're like, I'm bored, then you should just not read this series because it's not for you. But I fell in love with everybody. I really loved Elspeth. I thought she was really like relatable and stuff, and the way that like her and the nightmare like intertwined is like actually insane, and was really cool to see go through, and to see her like growth as a character, and to see and Raven, you, yes, Raven, you were the man the plan, you were here for it, and I was here for it for you. This was just such a great, like, dark fantasy vibes, woods. I love like that like forest rot vibes. That's what I was trying to get at earlier with the Hazelthorn. It's forest rot vibes. And I'm here for it. I was here for it. And then book Two Twisted Crowns, which I should have put that on my honorable mentions. I guess I did give it a 4. It was like kind of lengthy, but it was still good. But yeah, so One Dark Window, I highly recommend this series. I wish I would have picked it up sooner. And yeah, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, 10 out of 10. I highly recommend. Now, what y'all been waiting for, I know y'all been waiting for it. Number 1, the best book I've read, I feel like I've read in 2025. My favorite book of all. My favorite book so far this year. Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book opened my heart out, ripped it up, and threw it back at me. It was like, girl, you're done. You're done. I don't know why I didn't pick this up sooner, being a space nerd. Like, I don't know why I didn't pick this up sooner. Joan and Vanessa, like, I just shake, I get chills because like, their journey is everything. This needs to be a movie. This needs to be a TV show. It needs to continue forever because these 2 women have changed my life. They changed my life reading this book. What they go through and how Taylor Jenkins Reid tells this story is actually criminal. It's criminal. It's so good. I have 2 copies of it. I love it so much. I think it's so pretty. Obviously, if you like are really not into space, like, I wouldn't recommend this. You have to at least like be a little bit into like space, I feel like, because it is like a lot to do with it, because they are women going through like the space program back in like the 70s or 80s, I think. 80s. It's character driven, but yeah, I don't want to give anything away. It's so good. So good. Like, this book just truly consumed me in the best and worst ways. Like, I was literally listening to the audiobook sobbing on my couch. Like, I was like, and I'm like looking at the time, I'm like, this better not end. Like, this is better not end. Like, literally, this is literally how I was. I wish I would have recorded myself. I should have known it was going to destroy me. Taylor's writing is unmatched. The storytelling unmatched. Like, everything about it is just so good. I 1000% recommend Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So yeah, top 10 books from 2025. Even after doing this video, I'm still like stressed out, but I feel like honorable mentions, and this is good. This is good. We're good. We're cool. We got to put a kaput somewhere. You know, we got to lay down the line eventually. So what was your favorite book for 2025? What is some of your favorite books for 2020? Did you find a new book series? I did. Found lots. Thank you all for being here on my journey. I'm so excited that I started this year and jumped in. I've really been enjoying it and editing the videos for you guys and stuff and talking all things books. Yeah, so these are just the top 10 books of 2025. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what your favorite book from 2025 was. Thanks. Love you.